Alrighty. Hello. Nobody's here. Oh, I love me some Topo Chico. I just seen a thumbs up, but I don't see anyone in the room. Say hello as you come in. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Hi, Judy S. How are you today? I'm going to wipe the lens because the lens appears dirty. Hi, 2 people in the room. Hold on just a second. That is not any better. That did not improve anything. How about that? How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way. So, Judy S., are you one of my subscribers? Did you just stumble upon the live? Oh, you watch me, but you never speak up. Well, hello, and welcome to the craziness that is my channel. I am Melanie, of course, Princess Ninja and Keto. Of course, you know where you are, right? You're in the jungle, baby. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. This has got to be my favorite stuff in the whole planet. I love it. Twist of lime. Hey there, Tennessee Keto Mama. How are you? I guess I do this really unconventionally. Oh, thank you, Judy. All of these live videos that I watch, some of these big famous YouTubers, they like come on and they're like all technical and full of information and look at me. And then they go back and they're like, let me see who's in the room. I'm just kind of like, go with it. Do whatever feels good. Don't forget the thumbs up though. It's easy to start getting into the video, especially as entertaining as I can be sometimes. And forget to give me a thumbs up, but the thumbs up helps my channel. And then a whole lot of people are telling me that they don't get notice. They don't get notifications that I'm live. So I want to give those people a chance to come in. But basically, this video is going to be talking a lot about the struggle. And I'm not talking about keto itself being a struggle. I'm talking about a struggle that I'm experiencing right now in my keto journey. Let me just tell you, if you're new to keto, keto has been the best thing that has happened to me. And then I found the Adapt Your Life. I found Dr. Westman. I found Amy Berger. I found Go Keto with Casey. And I am in my lane. I'm in my lane. And I did not turn off the notifications on my phone. So we're going to hear that from time to time. I'm sorry. If it gets real bad, I'll try to figure out how to fix it. Okay, so I finally found my tribe. I finally found my thing. And it's not that all the other people and places and things that I've done haven't been my thing. They just weren't the thing that was working for me. They just weren't the thing that felt right, right? They weren't the right pair of shoes, the right pair of bedroom slippers. And we all know how important shoes are. Shoes are very, very high on my priority list, right? I like shoes. But I have found a sound, practiced, evidence-based, scientifically proven over the last 20 years, being practiced now by Dr. Westman. I have found a keto plan that works with me, works with my lifestyle. It feels right. It tastes right. But the problem, my biggest problem right now is me. The plan was working beautifully. And I don't know if subconsciously I've become self-sabotaging, or if I've just gotten close enough to a weight that I feel comfortable at, that I've just kind of been like, screw it. If I lose a pound, I lose a pound. If I don't lose a pound, I don't lose a pound. And that is such a blessing in disguise, guys. That rhymed. I'm a poet. That was a blessing in disguise, because when I first started this journey, everything that motivated me was about weight loss. Everything that I was passionate about was dictated by what the scale said when I stepped on it. It was my drive, it was my force, it was my mojo. Everything was around weight loss. And of course, you know, my first year following a very commercialized, very YouTube popular version of keto, high fat, moderate protein, low carbs, following those ketos, chasing those macros, chasing those ketone numbers, because without those, you're not keto. I got wrapped up in all of that. And while that type of keto does work for a lot of people, if I had to say percentage, if I took any obese, health-riddled person off a standard American diet of ho-hos and Wheaties with whole cow's milk and eating, you know, 4 square meals a day to keep the blood sugar up, and I could take any one of those people and put them on a commercialized, macro perfected ketogenic journey, and I could take 100 pounds off them, you know? But here comes the but. Keto, I wouldn't recommend keto for everybody. I don't recommend keto for everybody. And I'll walk the walk because my husband is not keto. He's far from keto. As a matter of fact, he's also struggling getting back on the wagon, or is it back off the wagon? I have no idea what wagon I'm riding, but you know what? We're just going to get off and walk. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to, because the wagon is too confusing for me. So my husband doesn't metabolically, he doesn't need to do keto. Is keto wonderful for your health? Absolutely. But my husband does not have all of the health issues that drive somebody to start researching the ketogenic diet. Yes, he's a little bit overweight. Yes, he has some joint pain, but 90% of his joint pain is because he's carrying that extra weight, because he's a mechanic, and mechanics work very hard. They're on their feet, and when you get over 40 years old, sometimes stuff just hurts. I mean, it just, I don't care what magical freaking diet you're on, riding what magical unicorn with what magical pixie dust that you can spread everywhere. Over 40, you start noticing muscles, joints, achy things that you've never noticed before. Now, what I can tell you is keto has significantly reduced the amount of pain that I'm in, but it hasn't fixed everything. I still go get a blood test. I still have rheumatoid arthritis. I still have a high RH factor. I will always be a heart patient. You know, it's an electrical issue. Now, while keto has significantly improved the amount of abnormalities that I have in my heart, it hasn't fixed it. The knee that I broke when I was very young and has healed incorrectly still hurts me from time to time. It just doesn't hurt me as badly. So not everybody needs keto, but I do. I don't have my husband on keto, number one, because I know that right now he's not in a mind space to give up all the things that he feels like he's going to give up if he goes keto. I keep him low carb because I've had him low carb for 3 months and he's down almost 30 pounds. Why take him to the next level if his only goal is weight loss? If my husband had a fatty liver, I would have him on keto. If my husband was a full-on diabetic on diabetes medicine, I'd have him on keto. If he was suffering from inflammatory, if his pain and aches and pains were debilitating, I would have him on keto. But He doesn't have those kinds of problems. He just wants to take 20, 30 pounds off. So having him low carb, not necessarily in a state of ketosis, is working for him. It works for him. But I'm so metabolically damaged that I have no choice but keto. My body is not going to respond to low carb the way it responds to keto. Do I believe that I could lose weight and get to some kind of average, normal, healthy weight for myself doing low carb? Yeah. But do I think it would take me 25 years? Yeah. Do I know I'm going to be on this earth that long? Probably not. However, doing keto is going to get me to my weight loss goals, and it's definitely helped me reach all my health goals. If I never lost a pound today, my doctor still gives me a very healthy report card. My cholesterol's good, my blood pressure is good, I have no clogged, no buildup in my arteries, my good cholesterol's come up, my bad cholesterol, or what the doctor says, bad cholesterol, has come down. My skin has significantly improved. My adult onset acne is gone. My afternoon headaches, my blood sugar's regulated. My HbA1c is normal, right? I don't have hypoglycemia anymore. I don't have diabetes anymore. I'm off 4 different medications. So if we were to just stay, okay, let's call this fat. Let's call it fat. Let's just call it fat. If I were to stay this fat the rest of my life, it wouldn't matter. You know why? Because I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Am I happy with where I'm at? If I'm wearing clothes, I'm actually very comfortable in my own skin. In a bathing suit? No. Not quite comfortable. Not quite there yet. But what I'm saying is that I found Dr. Westman, Amy Berger, Go Keto with Casey. This is a plan I can digest. This is a plan that I can do, and I don't feel like I am starving. I don't feel like I'm being punished. I don't feel like it's a diet of desperation. I feel like because of the way that they've taught me their plan, because of the way they've presented their plan, it makes sense to me in my head, right? It works in my life. It's something that I know I can do the rest of my life. But let's talk about my screw up after I say hi to everybody. Let me go back to the messages. I don't know why my live messages always shut off on me. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of you here. Okay, so Judy, hello. Bonnie, hi, how are you? Miss Nona Grace? Yes, you did start. Texas Sad is in the house. I believe it's so hard when you have more people in the house that follow. It is harder, Miss Nona, when you have people, but let me tell you, before my husband went low carb, I lived in here with a teenager and a husband that ordered pizza once, twice a week, that would literally sit at the dinner table while I was eating and, oh, this bread is so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived with that. I lived with that for like 5 years. I mean, no, I haven't been keto that long. I lived with that for probably the first 2 years. Off and on, my husband does low carb, but he's not super strict. Your husband's low carb works for him. That was enough for him to get his A1C under control. That's right. You know, not everybody has to do keto, right? If what you're doing, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you do Weight Watchers. If you do Weight Watchers and you achieve your goal and you have no problem and you don't feel restricted or like you're on a diet, if you love the plan, if it's working for you, if you feel healthy, if your numbers are good, keep doing what you're doing. If you're doing Mediterranean and your numbers are good and you feel good and you look good, keep doing what you're doing. I'm not here to tell anyone else they have to go keto. I'm here to tell people I've done Mediterranean, I've done vegan, I've done vegetarian, I've done Weight Watchers, this has been what's worked for me. So I'm going to continue doing it. But I'm not one of these people that are going to stand up there and say that if Weight Watchers is working for you and you're able to manage your hunger and cravings, you're able to stick with the plan comfortably without feeling deprived, this is a lifetime for you and you're reaching your goals, then I'm going to stand up and applaud you. I'm going to applaud you. But if you're on Weight Watchers and you're not achieving your goals and you're having trouble controlling and you're finding that 2 or 3 times a week you go off plan because it doesn't feel maintainable, right? You might want to look into keto. Maybe your body metabolically doesn't need it, but it's been proven that keto, the absence of carbs, takes away the cravings for carbs. Yes? Yes. And we're going to talk about that too, because I totally screwed up last week. And at first I came to you and I'm like, guess what, guys? I messed up. I don't regret it. But I'm regretting it now. I am regretting it because this week has been a struggle. I do not lack the desire to go back to keto. Why? Because I feel good. It feels good. It doesn't feel like a diet to me. I don't lack the need, the want, the desire. But do you know what I was before I was keto? I was a sugar and a carbohydrate addict. And so those 3 bites of creme brulee that I passionately defended myself on, it was 3 bites and it was delicious and I don't regret this, led to an entire day of me nosediving into carbs and sugar, which still, it's not bad. And if it was my best friend telling me this, if it was my sister, if it was someone I loved, one of you guys telling me this, I'd be like, come on, girl, here's my phone number. Let's get back on track. I'm going to be your accountability partner. Let's do this. Let's get back up. Let's do this. Right? But to deny the sugar cravings, to deny someone who has recovered from binge eating, to deny someone who's admittedly a sugar and a carbohydrate addict, to deny that that was a bad choice for me, the sugar, was ignorant. Because it's not my first time going off of keto. And every single time I've gone off keto, I have struggled getting back on. As a matter of fact, the last big cheat that I had, I think it took me close to 3 months to straighten my act up. Now I'm doing a little bit better this time than I was that time. But the emotional pain is deep. It's deep. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm like, I can't have sugar. I'm having a hard time grieving and mourning for the sugar and moving on. I'm actually, no matter what my brain says, Melanie, you need keto. You remember how sick you were before you found keto. You remember how frustrated you were before you found keto. You remember how many diets you've tried and have failed because you felt like you were starving to freaking death. No matter how much my brain tells my heart that, I'm like, I want all the sugar. I want all the carbs, and the cravings this week have been, and you know what makes it worse? I'll come back and say hi to all the new people. What makes it worse is when you look like this, and this may not be an acceptable body to you. This may not be an acceptable size to you. You may be looking at this right now going, yeah, but you got this fat roll here and you still got the fupa thing going on and your butt is really wide and your thighs are still a little chunky. You know, maybe you might want to lose some more bust size. You know, to you, that body back there that I just showed you may not be good enough, and you'd be like, oh man, if I look like that, I'd still be starving myself. Holy crap, you know what I'm saying? But when I look at that body that was just standing back there, I'm thinking to myself, I look freaking amazing. For the first time in my life, I'm looking at that and I'm going, that is amazing. Melanie, look at you. You'll go, girl. you know, kapow, kapow, kapow. You know what I'm saying? That figure is all day in a few minutes. When I still weighed 240 pounds and I was in a size 20W and I cheated, it was easy to get back on because remember what I said, my main driver for this whole thing was to lose weight because I watched everybody on YouTube blink and lose 100 pounds on keto. So I thought, man, why not? My journey has evolved, but it does not change the emotional side at all. It does not change, no matter how much I know that this has improved my quality of life, my longevity, my health. It does not stop the sugar and the carb addict from trying to convince me that I still need sugar and carbs. And this week has been a week of feeling like a failure, has been a week of roller coaster emotions, has been a week of carb and sugar cravings like you cannot believe it. And I literally wake up every day thinking, okay, I'm not craving carbs. Maybe I'm going to be okay. Literal, it's been intense. And today, so far, I woke up and I said, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to have a good day today. This is my life. I'm going to try to remember these moments the next time somebody says just one bite. Come on, taste this creme brulee. Because those 3 bites on Saturday night, it all came crashing down on Sunday. And there are a lot of YouTubers with channels that will tell you that they are no longer addicted to food. They'll stand there and tell you keto is their life no matter what. There are professional dieters out there that'll swear to you that this is it, this is the plan. They'll never fray, they'll never stray, they'll never cheat. And they'll actually make you feel like you have failed if you aren't perfect. I'm here to tell you that I'm not that. But I'm here to show you that I'm still here 3 years later, not perfect, persistent, positive, honest, but far, far from perfect. This week, my friends, has been difficult. I have fought my way to today, to a place where I'm not craving carbs and sweets as of right now. I've been extra hungry though, but to a place where emotionally I'm like, okay, Melanie, it is what it is. Put your big girl panties on, let's go. Hey there, Michelle. Hello, and thank you for the Friday high five. Hi, Marie. How are you doing? Christina, hey. Penny K from Wisconsin. Is that Wisconsin? W-I? It's been a while. No, that's not Wyoming, is it? No, that's W-Y, right? Give me a geography lesson. Go ahead. On the other hand, page 4 for me, and I took the Stall Slayer class to help me get things moving again. Bonnie, I'm glad you took that class. I thought it was very helpful. I love Amy. I'm not sure when she's doing her next Stall Slayer class. Christina, do what works for you, hon. Don't let anyone, I saw you on Casey's live stream today, and I go to her for inspiration because she is just such a fabulous mentor. She is really a good mentor. I can't wait till when I grow up and I can be just like Casey. Casey Durango, if you are watching, I think you're fabulous. So I go to her for inspiration. I go to her because she is a great example of what this journey can look like, but she's very open and honest about her setbacks, her hardships, and that's what I love. I don't love somebody that comes up there and says that Their life is perfect. Their keto is perfect. Their macros are perfect. Everything they do is perfect. And they know the perfect answer to every perfect question because they're just perfect, right? I don't want to watch that. I want to know that you're in it with me. You're in it with me. 350 some days of the year, I make this journey look easy and sexy as hell, may I say. But there's that 10 days out of the year that I come to you guys and I'm like, ah. Thank you for being here for all of it. Okay. You're on day 8. All right, Penny. Woo! Peanut butter. Yes, that was very hard for me. I had to give up nut butters. I did an elimination diet where I went carnivore, slowly started adding foods back over a period of 3 months, and nuts, not good for me. And I have no self-control. Bonnie. Aw, thank you. You know what? And thank you for being so positively supportive. You have no idea how much saltiness I get from some people when I make a mistake, when I go, and no. I can't even say that it was a mistake. I willingly, knowingly, and intentionally took a bite of creme brulee, knowing that the last time I had sugar, I nosedived. I did it anyway. And here I am, I nosedived, and now I'm like treading water, and I'm in the pool, and I'm just treading water. But before soon, I'll get out, I'll towel dry, and everything will be wonderful again. But it's going to take me a few days to get there. Barb. Hi, Barb. Oh, I haven't seen you in forever. Liz. Hi, Liz. We got Minnie, North Carolina fan in the house. Bonnie, yes, sugar addiction is real. Happy Mother's Day to you, too. And for those of you in the live chat, you can go check out Life and Adventures. Michelle, she's awesome. She actually did a video, High Five Friday, to me. That's who I was saying thank you to when we first started the video. Let's see. Christina says her biggest challenge is portion control. Yes. But you know what? If you stick to the plan, don't worry about portions. They're going to come naturally. You're going to have days where you're hungrier. Sometimes I kind of look at like what I try to do, because I had somebody say to me the other day, how can you eat so low calorie? I'm like, I average between 1,300 and 1,500 calories a day. That's not low calorie. But what I guess I forget sometimes, what they don't know is that I've had a basal metabolic rate test done that said that my basal metabolic rate is at 1,200 calories, right? So that is if I rested, laid in bed all day long and did nothing. The reality is this Fitbit measures my activity, my heart rate, how many minutes I have active, blah, blah, blah. And while this is not the gospel, this here tells me that I shouldn't be eating more than 1,500 to 1,700 calories a day. So, I mean, calories do matter. They do matter. I don't care what anyone says, calories do matter, especially if your metabolism has slowed down. So, portion control is a problem for me. There are certain foods that will trigger a binge. Like I can't stop eating them. But I find that if I stick to the plan, it works perfectly. All right. Wisconsin, go cheese. Yes. Let's see. You've been there. Vicky. Hi, Vicky. I'm as real as it gets, baby. There is no... I spent my whole life being fake so that people would like me. I spent my whole life... Look, okay, so you're going to figure out some craziness here. I have a couple people in my life that have been in my life my whole life. I was a crappy person. Like the first 20 years of my life, I was a really crappy person. I was a horrible teenager. I gave my parents such a hard time. I was a little liar. You know, I lied. I told fibs. I sought attention. I was a drama queen, you know, kind of thing. I was not easy to like. And in my early 20s, I was an ass. I'm sorry, I was an ass. And I had an attitude, and I was angry at the world, but I turned my life around. And there was a couple people that I really wanted to see. It was important for me to see that I changed my life, and they just kept throwing it in my face. And I chased and chased and chased them, and I got to a point where I'm like, screw it. You either like me for who I am, or you can leave my life. I mean, like, I'm not going to continue changing myself to appease somebody who doesn't like me as I am. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. But so that's all you're going to get from me is real. Sugar is evil. Miss Nona. Aw, thank you, Miss Nona. That is such a huge compliment. You just ordered a magnet today. Whose magnet did you order? Oh, Go Keto with Casey. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little behind on the comments, so I had to remember what we were talking about. Yes, restart. Restart. Michelle, message me on Facebook, private message me. I'm going to give you my phone number, and we'll text back and forth. I'll be your accountability buddy. Let's do this. Let's do this. Liz, keeping it real. Yeah, I am down in weight, or at least I was before the Hard Rock. I know this is water weight. I know this is water weight, but what I do know is if I don't get my act together soon, this is going to become regain, right? But you're not going to see me do a lot of bragging when I lose water weight, because I'm kind of ashamed that I gained it in the first place, you know, because it was my fault. I have Liz, I have the Charge HR2. I'm thinking about upgrading, but I'll see what my financial situation is. I like the Charge HR2. I've had this for 2 years. It does the heart rate. I can take it in the swimming pool. It's waterproof. It does flights of stairs. It does heart rate, sleep time. You can track your menstrual cycle. I haven't had one since I was 27, but anyway, so it tracks all of that for you. What I do like about the Charge HR2 is that the life battery on this is incredible. Like every 3 or 4 days, I have to put it on the charger, but that's only because I don't want it to get so low. But it's getting to the point where I keep cleaning the charging points, but it's not making a good connection. So sometimes I put it on the charger and it doesn't fully charge. Yeah. So it's kind of reaching that point, but because it's over its 1-year warranty, I'm not going to press the issue. I am thinking about getting a new one. I just don't know which one yet. Okay. You ate a lot of broccoli yesterday. I say, so Christina, yes, I'm telling you, I could have eaten everything in here that wasn't nailed down. Oh, have a good time fishing. Have a good time fishing, Michelle. And like I said, thank you so much for the High Five Friday. I hope you have a good time. Catch a big one. All right, Judy, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping in. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out. Vicky, that's the way my mother was. She'd rather believe that other people thought about me. Which one? Liz, I'm sorry, I've lost where we were. Which one? Charlotte, hey Charlotte, how's it going? The Inspire 2, you don't know if it's waterproof or not. I swim every day, so it is for me. They've got a new Charge HR4, I think. So let me tell you why I like the Charge HR. Number one of its profile, right? You can see, look, I have little wrists. I have really small wrists. And when I wear the big ones, the Fitbits or the Apples or the big ones, I even had a Garmin I didn't like. I like that this one is small. I like the interchangeable bands. I like the fact that it costs less than $150, right? Especially now that I'm not working, you know. I do like that. But it's got all the features of all the high-techy ones, and I can go, I think, as much as like 3 or 4 feet underwater. So if I'm just swimming, I wash the dogs with this on, arms in the water, washing them, you know, the whole 9 yards. So this has been pretty good so far. I've had it 2 years. Let's see, Fitbit, yes. Nancy, hi, hon, from Montreal. Hello. Fat Don Talk? Is that, or is it Fat Don't Talk? Hello and welcome to the live. Christina, that's right, everyone thumbs up. Yes, please, 26 people in the room. I have 10 thumbs up. You're 64, you just retired, you're having a hard time, you need an accountability person, please. All right, well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can email me. My email, I don't know if one of my moderators can copy and paste, but it is LEIBY Melanie. You can find it on any of my recorded videos. It's LEIBY MELANIE@gmail.com. If that was too fast for you, you can actually go to one of my previous recorded videos, and in the description there's the email address. Email me. But tell me what your real name is. If you email me under the name of your YouTube thing, you know what I'm saying? It might go to my spam folder, so I need a legit one. You had it right the second time. Fat Don't Talk. All right, way to go. You have the HR Ulta, prongs are wearing out. Yeah, you can actually see when I take this one off here. See that third prong right there? See how dark it is? I have cleaned it so many times and tried to scrub it. I used a little nail file to try it. Just, I don't know. It's that one that's not making the connection. And I don't know how much longer that's going to last. So, but right now with me just leaving my job and really kind of being financially insecure about making any, I mean, it's $100 and something, but it's big to me. Like, that's a lot of money to me. That could be groceries for a week, you know? Your real name is Becky, and thank you. You're welcome, Becky. And what we'll do is we'll set up text chat, and we'll text back and forth to each other if you need that extra accountability. And, you know, as long as you respect that I live in Eastern Standard Time and don't text before 9, don't text after, let's say, 9 o'clock at night. If you want to text, if you just need to like blow off steam, if you have a question, whatever, if I'm not busy, I'm going to answer you. I am a text person. I'm not, I don't do well on the phone. Like, I'm not a phone conversation kind of girl, but I am a text queen. So like I said, send me an email and I'll send you my phone number and we will be accountability partners. I can help you with that. Okay. All right. Liz, your real name is Becky? Okay, Penny, you have the Fitbit Versa. While I like the smartwatch features, I miss the smaller profile. Yeah. They used to have one, I think, called the Alta. That's that really thin one? That was kind of nice, but it didn't have the heart monitor. Oh, good. You text also. Okay, so first, congratulations on retirement. This is my favorite. My favorite Topo Chico Twist of Lime. Man, I love these. Anytime I find them, they're so hard to find around here. Anytime I find them, I buy them. So what's everybody up to today? You can start leaving comments or telling a little bit about the story, your story, or what's going on in your life. You have the Alta, now the Versa. Yeah, you know, I had the Surge, the Fitbit Surge. And it was, I mean, like, I like the technology, but I never used it. Here's what I need in a fitness watch. I need my steps, my heart rate, my sleep. Those are the things I track. I do like that this connects to my scale. I like that it connects to my, if I use my carb manager app to log food, which I haven't in weeks. I've been logging my food like this until I get back on track. This is every day I come in here and log my food. Sometimes if you watch my daily videos, you'll see me at the end. Okay, so Miss Nona asks, what's happening with my book? I just haven't gotten to it yet. My goal with my book, I have to go rewrite some things because I ruffled some feathers. And I had to go back and rewrite some things. There were family members that were listening in on me reading my book. They were very unhappy with the content of the book, and they felt as though I was attacking my mom when the whole content of the book is called Chronicles of a Binge Eater, and it has a little bit to do with my past, but I'm just kind of setting the stage, like, so people can understand where I'm coming from and why I had such low self-esteem and why I was so fixated on people liking me and being such a people pleaser. And anyway, there's a lot involved, but somebody just got very protective, and out of respect for this person, even though this person respects me about that much, out of respect for this individual, I am going to go back and rework the childhood memories, because just because their memory isn't the same as my memory, they forget that they're 11 years older than I am. So their perspective was different than my perspective as a small child. So yeah, that's a sore subject. But anyway, I got to rewrite. Yes, I'm going to rewrite the book. I'm also going to start working on some other book style. I just have some ideas, right? I have lots of ideas, but I think the problem is that right now I'm focusing all of my energy into the house, trying to get all these little projects. And then when I get to a point where the projects are manageable, then I'll go back to the book writing thing. But honestly, this person coming after me, I gotta be careful. I have to be careful because this person that's coming after me has done a lot of harm in my life to myself emotionally. And I'm still giving this person to God and still giving the situation to God. And some of the wounds are just so deep that I really don't want this person back in my life armed with any more stones to throw at me. I really don't. This person is very vindictive, very narcissistic, and very toxic. Okay, watching you and eating your favorite snack: 2 bacon, 1 boiled egg, and an ounce of cheese, baby carrots. Yes, you ate carrots, a few keto crackers. Well, good for you. That sounds like a good snack. Okay, Penny asked, what did I do before I retired? You work in finance, sat at a desk all day. Well, I am a Florida State certified energy auditor, surveyor, commercial and residential, which means that I can go into homes. And when I say state, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. The company offered a course with a certificate, meaning that I had to take a long course down in Tampa at Seminole Electric, teaching me how to be an energy auditor, like how to go in and assess lighting, how to assess insulation values, window U values, radiant heat gain, use a heat gun. I'm a certified thermographer, so I could go into a house and tell them where they had leaky walls or their insulation was inadequate, leaky windows. I am a solar specialist. So as a representative for the company, if somebody wanted to get solar put on their house for energy, I was the one that would consult with them and evaluate whether their home was a good fit for solar, and if they were going to do solar, the best place for them to put the solar. So kind of anything to do with energy is my thing, right? So energy specialist. Okay, let's see. Vicky says you were the oldest of 4. I was the experiment. You're lucky, Vicky, because I am the youngest of 5. So, all right. Christina, making taco salad for dinner. Sounds good. I don't even know what I'm going to have for dinner, but I'm going to the races. I'm going to have to cut this a little bit short because I'm going to the races tonight to support my nephew, Michael Hind Racing. He's so incredible. I'm telling you, he's going to end up in NASCAR. Bonnie, you're making salmon in your new air fryer. Oh, I love my air fryer. I use it for everything. You're the oldest of 7, Marie? Ooh, nice. I have a sister that is 13 years older than me. Hold on, 14 years older than me. I have a sister that's 14 years older than me, one that's 13 years older than me, and one that's like 10 years older than me. And then there's a large gap, and then it's my brother, who's a year and a half older than me, and then myself. So. Yes, such fun. Such fun. So let me ask you guys a question, and, be honest. I know at times there's people that are like, I want you to play the ukulele. I like when you sing. I like when you play the ukulele. The problem is that if I play anything on my videos whatsoever. Oh, thank you, Christina and Campbell. Thank you. You guys are amazing. So I've had a few of you ask me to request me to sing, do ukulele, blah, 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 blah. But anytime, even if it's one line from a song, YouTube flags my video, and I don't get in trouble for copyright, but they demonetize the video, which means I can't make any money off the video whatsoever. And even though I don't do this strictly for the money, for as much work and time and effort that I put into my channel and content and videos and product reviews, I only make a couple dollars a day. So when they take away my monetization from even one video, I can lose as much as $10 to $15 a month. So, I mean, it really drops me in the ratings when that happens. But I was thinking about maybe open up a Patreon account and maybe just doing something like a $3.99 a month or $4.99 a month, and just once a month doing a ukulele jam session for you. I don't know. Let me know if you'd be interested. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Christina, you're so awesome. Thank you for that compliment. Penny, you thought about getting your mom an air fryer, just not sure if she would use it. I had one of my subscribers buy me that Ninja Foodie. She did. She sent it to me for Christmas 2 years ago. I used that. It took me 3 or 4 months before I built up the courage to use it because it seemed really overwhelming to me. Now, I do bacon wrapped tenderloins. I do roasted Brussels sprouts. I do soups. I pressure cook. I love that thing. I love it. The only thing I don't like it for is anything that I'm trying to grill, right? Any food that I would bake in an oven. It's basically a really stupid fancy convection oven that also is a pressure cooker and a crock pot. I love it. I absolutely love my Ninja Foodie. Yes, Bonnie, I know. The first time you use it, you're like, huh, this is amazing. Your mom will love you if you buy her that air fryer, I promise. Maybe I can try writing my own songs. Aw. Yeah, you know, there's any of you that watch Casey, she feels like she has to apologize when she plugs her notebook that she created or whatever. But what people forget is we're creators. We're creators. And yes, we do it because we're passionate. Yes, we do it because we love it. But we're entertainers. We are entertainers. And a lot of people are like, but YouTube's a free forum and you shouldn't charge anything. It's not about charging people stuff. It's about, look, I'm creating this entertainment for you, and I want you to enjoy it, and I'm doing it because I'm passionate, but what is wrong with wanting to make a couple dollars doing what you love? I mean, what is wrong with that? I just don't understand some of the guilt. I'm not flipping you off. I legitimately had an itch. I'm sorry. I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, you know what I'm doing? I get, no, wait, sign language. That's thank you or that's thank you. I can't remember. One of them, I think. Don't want me in that. But I don't want to feel guilty about it. I don't want to feel guilty at all. And, you know, but I noticed that today, that Casey apologized before. She's like, but I created this book and I can send it and it's for sale. And, you know, and I'm thinking, why does she have to apologize? She created something for somebody. You know, if you're someone that needs to use her book to track your stuff, then why feel guilty about I don't know. I'm just, maybe it's my age, maybe it's the era I grew up, maybe the way my parents raised me. I just don't ever expect somebody to entertain me for free. YouTube pays me for every one of these videos, but I just don't want to feel ashamed to say, hey, you know, if I put my ukulele playing in this video, they're gonna copyright me, you know, and I can't make any money off the video or whatever. Why not? But I think the problem is that right now I feel like I'm not good enough to charge anyone anything to hear me play, right? Okay, you love when you do air fryer recipes. Yes, I will. Oh yes, send me an email, and sometime in the next couple of days, I promise I will get to the email. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. I have children coming, so I don't know when I'll have available. Barb, oh, you're laughing and I can't remember why you're laughing. Oh, a bunch of you are laughing. Let's see, Marie, you shouldn't feel guilty. You're a creator, but you also support us, catch us. Ah, oh, thank you so much, Marie. Something I want to start as a YouTube channel, and I'm too chicken. I don't think you should be afraid. Go into it though. Don't go into it with the mindset. See, if I wanted to be a big YouTuber, I could. And you know why? Because when my channel started growing, if I would have become affiliates with all these links, and if I would have hashtagged the crap out of all my videos, and if I would have put bigger sensational titles, they call it clickbait. If I would have been like, how I lost 27 pounds in 3 months, you know, kind of thing, I could have had more views. I could have made more money. But I have kept this channel legit. And I've kept this channel pure and honest. There's nothing wrong with supporting companies that make good products that you can make some money. I'm not shaming anyone for making money on their channel, but one of the consequences of me deciding not to constantly throw products at you that you don't need, one of those consequences is that I don't get the views, I don't get the watch time and things like that. Some of the bigger YouTubers that have product advertisements all the time, of course, if someone's paying a creator to put their advertisement on their channel, they're going to promote the videos. You know what I'm saying? It's algorithm. It's how people get into the algorithm. So I don't ever expect that my channel is going to be big, but if I'm doing this, I would definitely like the chance to make a little bit of money doing it. Barbecue. Hey, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Bonnie, when I did the chin wave, I legitimately had an itch, I promise. Oh, Barbo says I was flipping you off. Oh, thank you, Liz. So, the selfish part of me would like to promote my channel on the Adapt Your Life, but I'm not going to do that because that would be completely unacceptable from an ethical standpoint, because I love what they do and what they do is perfect and I don't want to mess any of that up. So, anyway, so I had a cheat. I knew it didn't sneak up on me. It didn't trick me. It wasn't an accident, like you order something diet and they bring you something regular and you're not aware that it's regular sugar. You're not aware. There's a difference. I intentionally, knowingly, accountable, ate something that I knew would probably trigger and give me permission to go off the next day. And when I went off, I didn't regret it. I didn't have any regrets. I had a great time. I enjoyed my family. I had a good time, a great experience. And I'm not hating the food that I ate. What I'm regretting is not remembering how hard it is for me to get back on, right? Cheating is easy. Getting back up is not so easy. And maybe if I had an extra 50, 60 pounds to lose, I might have that extra push to, okay, next time you cheat, next time you lose 15 pounds, you can have a cheat day, blah, blah. If I had stuff like that, but I'm literally within 10 to 15 pounds of where I want to be for the rest of my life. And it's getting harder and harder to get back on, right? So I want to thank every one of you for being here during the tough times, during the good times. Please remember the thumbs up. There's 26 people in the room, 15 thumbs up. So don't forget before you leave. It really helps my channel grow. But there may be some other things coming soon. Thank you, Miss Nona Grace, for your question about the book. For those that are new to me, I started writing a book and I used to actually read a chapter live and then make it private because I didn't want anyone stealing my book. And I ran into some situations where somebody is really opposed to my book. So I have to go back in and rewrite some things. I'm not saying change history. I'm saying be a little more delicate about other people involved in the first 3 chapters of this very long book. That's such a concern. So I have to go back, but I want to really just sit down and think about it for a while before I do anything. But there is going to be a book in my future. I just don't know when. You went to your first virtual Durham support group on Crowdsource last week with Casey, Dr. Westman. It was fantastic. I'm glad you had a good time. And they're talking about doing some face-to-face stuff again. And I'm going to tell you right now, I will be coming to North Carolina to see all y'all. What I'll do, so if they start opening up the keto conferences or the getaways or whatever it is that they do that Casey was talking about today, I'm going to tell you right now, what I'll do is I will plan a few days in that area because I definitely want to go meet Miss Joni in person. Also, I know that Fat to Keto is up there. I know that I have several of you from North Carolina up there, and I want to meet all of you. So I'll do like a meet and greet kind of thing where I'll plan a dinner somewhere at some restaurant and we can all meet up and, in person. But the next keto conference, I definitely want to be a part of that. Thank you, Barb O. Thank you for being here. Oh, Bonnie, I want to go to the virtual meeting so bad. Yeah, she was talking about a summit. I'm not sure what's involved in that. Ah, Marie, so I get to meet you too. Yeah, I was gonna, so just before the ick, I can't say the COVID, before the ick hit our nation, and please don't write that in the live. Before that hit our nation, I had tickets for me and Joni to stay in a hotel and actually attend the ADAPT conference, and then it was canceled. Yeah, that was so disappointing. Uh, I have family in Ohio, Bonnie. I do. I do have, that's a long drive. I have family in Ohio, though. Ah, I get even stranger in person. But I stayed true to myself and I'm unique. So there's that. Guys, it is 4 o'clock and I have to leave this house. So I need to make myself something to eat before I go to the racetrack. I need to make sure that the dogs go out potty before I go. And because it's probably going to be about 9 or 10 before I get back. For those of you that are really, truly struggling, if you want to go ahead and email me and we'll exchange numbers. And if you need just a little bit of help for a few days to get you back on track, I'd be more than happy to help you through it. Like I said, once again, it'll just be, you've got to respect my time. So please no text at 2 a.m. If you need to talk about it the next day because you crashed and burned at 2 a.m. But I try to turn my notifications off on my phone at night. If I'm with my husband, if we're praying, if we're in church, we don't answer the phone. So, it's not one of those emergency coaching session things. It's just, let's lean on each other. Let's just kind of send each other a message every day. How are you doing? Check in with each other kind of thing. And I'm willing to do that because I want everybody to succeed at this. Keto retreat in Beaufort, North Carolina, January 2020, but 2021 was canceled. It was great. All right, guys. Good night, Miss Nona. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Janice. I don't think I've seen you in here, but thank you for speaking up. So next week, I'm going to stay the course and share everything with you, the good, the bad, the ugly, but I think we can do this together. I really do. And thank you for being here and being so amazing. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye, Bonnie. Bye, Christina. Bye, Marie. Bye, Texas. Let's see, Miss Nona, Janice, Penny. I think a lot of you have already left. Barb O. Thank you guys. Nancy, Elizabeth, Liz Pino. Thank you all for being here. Good night.